Hello and welcome back everyone to City Skylines New Vooper, where last time we started draining out this area. I've spent the last half hour just running the game and letting it drain the area, so this is what's happened. Now there have been a few unintended side effects. First off, this bridge flooded, so I raised it a little bit. I don't know why though, because we haven't changed the water flow into that area. Maybe because we're just pumping more into here. It's creating some issues. But this dam is running at 1,000 megawatts, and this dam is running at 300. So obviously we've had some success in the damming. And then over here, interestingly enough, it's created its own, runoff area, which I actually don't want. So we're going to cut that off so that the dams get a little bit more power. Okay. So that's great. That's very good. Now, I had a second plan for the water portion. And this is going to probably be one of the most ridiculous things I've done. So these pumps are actually going to maintain a purpose. We're going to have an artificial river run through this. Like this. And then we're gonna have ferries go through that and back. It's gonna be interesting, and the pumps are going to pull the river back up here. I'm not sure if this is physically possible. However, I think it might be. And I'm willing to try. I mean, I've done stupider things in the past. So the river is gonna start here, and we'll start it at that's way too high. Or is it? Maybe that's a good height. I mean, the underwater city, I don't want it to be completely flat, so we're gonna actually make it smooth. So let's go ahead and build this river. This is going to be really interesting, actually, because I've never tried something like this. This is new territory for me, building an artificial river. And it doesn't have to look absolutely perfect, it just has to look a little bit cool. The main thing is going to be limiting the amount of water that goes into the artificial river, and making it so that boats can use it. Which means that it's going to have to actually connect to the bay. But I think given enough tweaking, I can get it working. Are we ever gonna make a detailing city? The series I just started is a detailing city. And this section of the city is going to be detailing, so I'm trying to get more into that. What's it called? The series I literally just started. Vooper Valley. Because the population's going to be rather low on that unless I get, hundreds of thousands of followers on Twitch, which isn't likely to happen for a while. So that's going to be more of a detailing series than anything. But that's more of a community city in general. This river widens out so that the water can be removed. I don't know if this is going to work, but I want to try. Okay, there we go. Again, a really good title for this video that isn't actually clickbait. We built an underwater river. Or we built a river under the sea. Okay, so there we go. Now what we have to do is very carefully let water in. There we are. There's our channel. It needs to be big enough for a boat to get through, though. So we're actually going to have to do a bit more than that. Something like that'll work. Then this obviously needs to be bulked up a little bit. Okay, I think that might be good. Just clean up a little bit after myself. That was kind of messy. Great. Now we go ahead and we see if this is able to be closed off. Clean. Nope. No, it's not. Try again. And I think that'll do it. Okay. This is gonna have to be higher for ferries to make it through. Oh wow, that was actually the perfect size. Here goes my artificial river. We just have to make sure that it doesn't overflow. When you have so much money, you drain the ocean and then build a river in the ocean. Super necessary. These will be slopes eventually. Don't worry. I forgot how the slope tool works. Create a slope on the terrain from current height to the desired height. Click with a secondary mouse button to set slope location. Then click with primary button and drag to adjust. Ah, very nice. Except that's not actually working. I've never understood how the slope tool actually works. It's kind of just like death to me. If someone could explain to me how the slope tool should work. You're losing hundreds of people. Probably just a death wave. That's usually what the issues are. Yeah, no real issue. Nothing anyone's complaining about. Just death wave. Tends to happen on bigger cities. Not super concerned. Okay, so part 2. I need to find a way. If the city loses power, we're so screwed. Oh, the Twitch channel, I get it. That's a good one, actually. Because it's a channel. Good joke. Also, it's like the perfect size for this. Okay, except I don't want the name to be that far to one side. I don't know why it does that. Okay. Okay, I guess I have to do that. The Twitch channel. Good one. Okay, so now I have to figure out how to slope this. The slope tool is kind of confusing to use, though, so... Hopefully nothing goes horribly wrong. I'm just making sure nothing is, like, super dying, because the population is dropping rather quickly. No, it looks fine. Oh yeah, it is a death wave. You can see the death complaints. Okay, so, maybe if we just use, like, a massive soften. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this by eye. Which may suck, but you know what? I can soften it after, so that's okay. I'm super artistic, so this couldn't possibly be an issue. What's neat is neat. Neat. What's neat is we can make this exactly how we want it. It doesn't have to, like, conform to any normal shape of a city. You can make a dam at the end of the river. I mean, I could, but is that really necessary? I'm making so much power already. So much power. Oh, to get the height up. I see. Yeah, you know what? That's actually a good idea. Because the height is actually kind of disappointing. So I guess these guys will generate their own power. Oh, literally generate their own power. Nice. Okay, so that will keep the water level somewhat good. And then my job is to make it not look terrible. Actually, let's see if we can actually fit a ferry through this before we start getting crazy, because this, we need to be able to fit a ferry path. Not a ship path, a ferry path. Will the normal game allow it to happen? Yo, it will! It will! Oh my god! Oh, yes! Yes! Now that is beautiful. Oh, that makes me so happy. Okay, so we've got our ferry channel. So this underwater city is going to have pretty much every single method of public transit. And I'd like to say that's kind of impressive, considering. I mean, I know I'm not supposed to pat myself on the back too much, but that's kind of impressive. Can't wait until another YouTuber copies this idea and calls it original and gets 1 million views on it. It's gonna be great. Okay, that's it. We have succeeded in building our Twitch channel. Okay. So now Jelly did this. Wait, Jelly built a river in an underwater city? Because that would be oddly specific. But not the river part. Well, yeah, people have drained the ocean. I drained the ocean in Las Vooperis, like, years ago for my, sewage system. But that's not the important thing. The important thing is bringing something new to the table. And what am I bringing new to the table, you may ask? I am making it 18 times more ridiculous. That's what I'm doing. By making it actually useful. I mean, an underwater city is great, but if you can't get people in and out of your underwater area efficiently, what's the point, may I ask? Okay, slowly but surely we are making this underwater river. I should say undersea river, because underwater river just sounds like a normal river, because rivers are covered by water, technically. I don't know what you would call this, okay? We're just gonna call it an under river under the sea. These are all good questions without a good answer. I like to say that this actually looks kind of good, what I'm doing here. My Atlantis series was a long time ago. I know RT did an Atlantis on Earth map. That wasn't actually my Earth map. That was a less sophisticated Earth map. Am I really flexing about my Earth map? But I know he did his Atlantis at some point. Yes, that is true. But my Atlantis series was like literally slowly filling up challenge. Why the The scares me. Why are we saying usually means bad. Okay, this almost looks natural. Almost. We are getting somewhere. Except for the fact that this is now leaking. But look at this. We're gonna fix that right up. Slow and steady wins the race. The issue is this landscaping actually decreases the height a little bit. And the height decreasing is causing some major issues for the water leaking, but that's fine. Not the end of the world. I can fix that. Isn't it going to overflow because it doesn't have anywhere to go? Well, if you look closely, it's being pumped out. Then the river just pumps it back out. Oh, we are actually leaking though, which is a major issue. On the scale of issues, that is a pretty major one. We're actually going to beef up the beginning so that doesn't happen. Leakage is bad. We don't want our river to murder the entirety of the city. Yikes. Not enough water is getting sent through the river. Because it is actually having some trouble up here. Let's go ahead and just raise the side of the river in the beginning at least. To prevent spillover. It's gonna be a balancing act. I mean, the water definitely does not like being forced through this narrow passage. But it doesn't look bad is the thing. It actually, like, this almost looks like a map within a map. Like, the effect is so good. With a little bit more work, we can make this beautiful. Absolutely stunning. I don't think anyone is ready for what the result of this is going to be. The greatest City Skylines map of all time. Fairly slowly but steadily smoothing it all out, and then we're gonna have to do this on the other side as well. But that's okay. That's fine. It's worth it to make it look nice. Earth map is now apocalypse map. That is true. I liked Earth map and apocalypse. It just, I don't know, it just kind of felt like it lost meaning, the series. It wasn't very, it was just kind of waiting by the end. And if a series is just waiting, it's extremely boring to make videos for. Okay, guys, look at that. That side of it looks perfect, actually. That's so neat looking next to the actual city. Okay, so now what we have to do... Oh my god, the death wave. The death wave is pretty bad, not gonna lie. Not going to lie. Okay, and now I have to, do the other side. This is gonna be a long stream, this one. Long stream to build this undersea monstrosity. But totally worth it. Like, this is one of those times where, like, I do not regret spending this much time on a project. Because this is coming out so well. Hopefully the views on the video reflect that. Like, I hope a lot of people are interested in this project. You know what's neat, actually? This is kind of unrelated, but do you guys know of the hydraulic press channel? Because, like, I'm in this, Discord server, which is all YouTubers. It's called, like, the Council of YouTube. And everyone talks about, like, their view counts and, like, how the algorithm's going and what's happening and about projects you've done and stuff. And just casually talking in chat was the hydraulic press channel. And I was like, hey, I know you. It's so cool. It's so weird, that Discord, because you see just, like, ridiculously famous people just talking out in the open, and it's like I have the 100,000 subscriber role, but, like, you see the orange people, which are, like, 100,000. Mr. Beast is on the server, actually. I don't know if Pyro is. PewDiePie isn't, sadly, but Mr. Beast is on the server. I think he's the biggest person on it. Pretty sure. But I've never seen Mr. Beast talk there. I mean, there's a difference between being there and actually, like, being active there. Just like on Spook Vooper. Although we don't have quite as many famous people on Spook Vooper. We do have Optimus on Spook Vooper. He is 1/3 subscribers, so that's not bad. Thanks to the 50 people watching. This is a pretty successful Twitch stream so far. If you aren't following me right now, you should totally hit that follow button, because how else are you going to keep up to date on this amazing city? Like, let's be real. This is like one of the coolest city builds you've ever seen, and you're just not willing to admit it. But you are willing to hit that follow button, because it costs you literally nothing. Only a little bit of sanity. That's all. Let's be honest, if you're watching this channel, you really don't have much sanity in the first place. Okay, we're getting really close. We are getting very close. And the population's starting to go up, which is nice. That's always good. Now we just flesh this out and make it less steep. $50,000 people unsubscribed. No. That's sad. That'd be even worse on Twitch, though. If you unsubscribed on Twitch, I would just lose my entire bank account. 50,000 people times $2.50. That would just be painful. Gonna be honest. Okay, I think we're almost all set. I just need to add a little bit of smoothing onto this side. Let's go ahead and do that. This looks good. I really am happy with how this has turned out. If you can't tell by the amount of times I've said that so far. This is like... You know how Moses, like, parted the Red Sea? We've basically done the exact opposite of that. We drained the sea and then put in a river. Well, guys, there we are. We've got it. We've got our ferry path river under the ocean. This is absolutely ridiculous. This is so overkill in so many ways. Thank you all for watching this episode of New Vooper. It's been great. It's been very original, I'd like to say. This series is going in good directions. It's very positive. Thank you all for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, follow, all that stuff. Twitch, link in description. And you're probably watching this on YouTube. Bye! Hail Vooperia! Also join the Discord. So much stuff to do. Get on it now. Oh wait, is that leakage we have? Oh no. That's not good. I'm sure that won't become a big problem in the future.